they bind to each other to become more intelligent. Keep that point as I'm talking to you. That's important. They bind together to become more intelligent. That means people who don't like to bond are less intelligent automatically because that's a law of nature. People who want to be independent and do things without cooperating with others, they're automatically exhibiting low or no intelligence.
You can't be lazy in this, bro. Like we have people that come in the army. Oh man, waiting on me to open a local jurisdiction. Man, get your ass out here and open up a local jurisdiction for the sake of the survival of your race.
All right, peace, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Let me see if the Instagram. I think Instagram's working. All right. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We got Chief Minister Yogi in the building.
Peace, family.
So hopefully, y'all get a lot of information out of this class. It's going to be very important. We think moving forward, and just in general, just understanding your relationship with yourself and other people. And if you have negative relationships with yourself, best believe that you're not going to get too far, right? But it's even worse when you have negative relationships with other people, because that really does impact your health in ways that maybe you're aware of subtly or you're not aware subtly. And it can hit you with some type of disease, some type of illness or situation. You'll notice these things if you're not aware or paying attention to them, so hopefully you guys get a lot of information out of this class. And let me see if I can pull my screen. I think I did it right. But before we get into that, I got to do the preamble. So we, the people of the Aboriginal Republic of North America, asserting our natural Aboriginal rights as the oldest recorded Aboriginal indigenous peoples of the Americas, consisting of an Aboriginal Union of Indigenous peoples to live in accord with natural law of our ancestors, do hereby recognize all nationals of the Aboriginal Republic of North America as a unified community, establish our divine right to self-rule, common defense of our nation, and complete unified will for progress and prosperity by and for our people, establishing justice by way of natural law and equality, and complete autonomy as a nation. All right. So now that we got that out, I'm acting like Twister for the day. Okay, so these are the topics that we're going to be talking about in class, y'all. So we have an update as far as for indigenous business. We think that this is very important for all nationals and non-nationals, and just people who maybe are not aware of some of the benefits that our tribal businesses have to offer, right? So we'll get into that subject a little bit later, and then we'll talk about the main topic, which is how bad relationships can affect your health. And this is not me just trying to be spooky, right? And then we have, I think I forgot to put that in there. So we also have an investment recommendation, right? That I've looked into. I think it's interesting. Y'all do what y'all may with it, but I think it's interesting. So, and then we'll also have live readings. So if you have questions about maybe a business transaction or business relationship or a personal relationship or, all those types of things, we could do a subtle reading just to give you some guidance and clarity. But if you want the full package, you already know what I'm going to hit you with. I'm going to hit with Minister Yogi's website. So let me see. Let me get this. I'm going to display. Oh, yeah, there you go. Let me show your name so everybody know. Let me get this going. And then, so we already talked about the preamble. Y'all also need to make sure you know your childrenal orders as well. Very important. This is how it's going to give you guidance, things of that nature, in areas of life that you may not be aware of, right? So it's very important, y'all. Trust me. Making sure you pay your dues. I'm still in 2024. Makes me sad, but I'm still getting this question. Where do I go to pay dues? All right. This is, you know what? I'm gonna make this one final hoorah, right? Because I am not about to show where you need to go, okay? So let me go to, I'm going to share my screen for a different thing. And then I just need y'all to just understand where to go. This should be this should be bookmarked for, if you don't know. So you go to arnagovernment.org, you go to store, you scroll down for me. See where it says tribal nationality and dues? You can click on that mug. See this nice picture right here. Okay. You don't click on this. Go to where I showed you this. All right. So I hope to not get that question, but if I do, it's cool. But hopefully in 2023 we don't have to get that question, right? So the reason why I'm even harping on this, y'all know I like talking about it. It's very important. The importance of dues. They help fund employment for nationals and non-nationals within our tribal government, and it as well as helps us acquire different things and other resources that we're trying to do within the nation, right? And then it just allows for other investments, and it helps keep the government operating, right? So understand that. Events that we got coming up in 2024, we obviously have the Aboriginal Summit in 2024, and then we also have the Aboriginal Powwow in Dallas, Texas in 2024 as well in April. So August, April, keep those timelines in your calendar, right? And there's other events as well. I'm sure that the Arts and Entertainment and Culture Ministry will have more of that stuff for everybody. So that'll be good. And let me keep this thing. All right. Your business. If you're national or non-national, and whether you have received a business from us or you're just looking to inquire to see if you can get a business from us, listen, you want to get a tribal business through ARNA, period. Because everybody's been telling you, oh, go get your LLC, go get your LLC, go get your LLC. And they don't even know what they're saying. And they don't even know what they're doing to you. They don't know what they've done to you. Because you've gotten an LLC, you probably got it registered through the Secretary of State, right? Because in order to open up a business bank account, you have to get it registered to the Secretary of State. So, but the one main important things that I want you all to remember of why there's benefits of having ARNA tax exempt businesses is Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 of the Constitution explicitly states that it excludes Indians to not be taxed. So indigenous businesses can't be taxed. We have an indigenous exemption from the statute 1542. Also, USC 8, Section 8, 1401, Clause B, right? These are the things that exempt indigenous businesses by law. Like, we don't have to guess at it. The IRS is not going to come after you. The state's not going to come after you. You don't have to worry about it. You literally just are keeping your revenue or your compensation of what your labor for your work that you've done, all of it. You're not even worried about it. So this is what I need people to understand. Like, I know, hold on, let me take this off for a second. Let me look y'all in the eye. Like, I need y'all to understand that the IRS is not going to come for you if you have a business registered through ARNA and you do it properly. You make sure your contracts are in order, because people will try to deceive you. They're like, oh, the IRS is going to come get you like it's the boogeyman. It's like they're not the boogeyman. Right? You know?
He ain't the boogeyman. He ain't Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This ain't the horror movie. The black person don't die in this one.
Right. Literally. Like, you will be okay. And I know folks are like, oh, I've never heard of it, or, how do you know? It's like, look, we've been operating for a long time, and no IRS has come hanging at the door saying, where is the money? No, because income is not the same as compensation. Remember that. All right. So let me go back to this. Listen, the reason why we're even talking about this today is because of the Corporate Transparency Act. Everybody should be probably wherever you probably seen the bajillion YouTube videos. Listen, if you have an ARNA business, which you should have as a national, it comes with it for free, you don't even have to worry about it. And I'll explain why. So listen, it says all domestic businesses, that's flag number 1, registering with the state, that means the Secretary of State, are subject, oh goodness gracious, to this act. So that's mostly LLCs, LLPs, corporate, these type of entities. And the reason why they're subject these entities is because they're trying to collect more inside of what everybody's doing because everybody's been getting LLCs. Period. So they just want to know what the hell y'all doing? How can we get more money from you? How can we steal your energy, your resources from you? And this is the way they do it, right? And look, it only affects small businesses for the most part. They're targeting specifically small businesses, quote unquote, right? So I know y'all like, it really don't matter, Minister Kojo. Why are you even bothering with this? Well, let me explain. Okay, so these are the exempt entities from Corporate Transparency Act. Sole proprietor, unincorporated associations, general partnerships, or businesses that are federally recognized or federally regulated, like financial banks, publicly traded companies, insurance companies, entities that make a lot of money, essentially, right? And then large businesses with 20 full-time employees. Again, large businesses. I'm not even about to read. Look, they're attacking small businesses because they know that you guys are hiding something from them. They want a piece of that pie. That's what they want. And the reason why I'm even bringing it up is because this has gone into effect the 1st of January. So if you have an unincorporated association, a sole proprietorship, other entities, structures that we create in ARNA, you don't have to worry about it. Literally in real time. You don't have to worry about it. So, and plus they're tax exempt. You don't have to get it registered with the state. A lot of these banks will try to trip you up. They'll say, oh, you got to get this registered to the state, your sole proprietorship or your unincorporated association. It's like, no, you don't. You don't. It's not required. And this even confirms it, right? So that's their way of misleading you with information to get you down the wrong path and then take more of your resources and get into contracts. And then, you end up closing the business. So just FYI, if you don't know. So don't be just listening to folks say, go get your LLC, go get your LLC. Listen, we're going to talk about the structures that we offer in ARNA. You only are going to get an LLC if there's some form of licensing that you need. So some of the easiest examples I use to kind of communicate this is PE licenses for engineers, which stands for professional engineering licenses. Typically, if they want to do their own engineering firm, they're going to need a PE license, and then their business is going to have to get registered to the Secretary of State. We can offer standard LLCs and tribal LLCs. The difference is that you're going to have to get it registered to the state in order to open up a business bank account, at least for the standard LLC. Now, for the tribal LLC, we have workaways around that, but standard LLCs, you're going to have to get it registered to the state to have a business bank account, period. So these are the entities that we offer within ARNA, right? That are tax exempt federally and the state level. You don't have to file taxes. Unincorporated associations, tribal LLCs, again, we have a workaround of that. Trust, holding companies, partnerships, religious or cultural institutions, apostille communal organizations, and then obviously standard LLCs, right? So the reason why I even mention it is because some of y'all have been asking questions. What about S corps? We don't do those, okay? We don't do those. So I know some of y'all are like, well, there's like benefits and you can get taxes and this. What do you need to write it off for if you're tax exempt? Unless you are trying to get a mortgage, right? To show some proof of what they call in their system income, then you will file taxes on that entity, blah, blah, blah. That's a separate discussion. We're not talking about it. If you're not doing any of that, you don't have to worry about it. So stay with me, right? So hopefully that makes sense to y'all. I know y'all probably already got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and chat some of y'all in the chat. I done forgot to greet. Peace, y'all. Y'all in the building, man. Peace, y'all. I'm sorry. I just went in and just started talking. I don't even be talking like that. So there's a question. I'm going to flag it up since we're on the subject. I'm closing my LLC in Tennessee and Texas soon and switching to my indigenous business and regular LLC. Is a lot of upkeeping and they adding more rules. Yeah, in real time, they are adding more regulation, and it's because they like a lot of these people are hiding money. They're claiming they don't make nothing, yet they got thousands in cash somewhere lying around, right? You got people coming to you saying, "How can I hide my money?" So the point is that they want to steal your resources like a succubus or a leech or a parasite, which is one of the pathogens. And we will talk about some of those pathogens today, but that's a different subject. So you want to protect your resources that you have for your family, especially in these type of times, because money and energy has to be really conserved in these times. I promise you, you are not going to want to be spending frivolously. You want to make sure that you're investing, making sure you're moving your money right in the right places. So that's something that I want everybody to be aware of. So these are the type of entities that we can create within Arna that are tax exempt, right? And y'all know I'm gonna provide y'all a solution, because I got to do it right. So if you have your business as a national, this is to new nationals and current nationals and old nationals. Some of y'all who have been in since I came. You have not even moved your business to the beginning line, meaning opened up a bank account, a business bank account. Some of y'all don't even know what to do with this taxes, and you're like, man, this is great, but like, what do I do with it? You first need to contact Mr. Yoga, get your reading. What's that website? I'm gonna sell it. So what's that website?
It said www.wokaid.fund. It's WOKAID.fund.
Right here. Y'all see this right here? Right here. Get y'all reading that. Okay, so let me get back. Let me get that. Okay, so it's very important. So you know exactly what to do with your business. But the reason why I'm even bringing this up is that your business is either going to be a service-based business or a product-based business. And I think what people should really start getting into is software. Now, me and Mr. Yogi, we've been building on some things. There's some things coming soon from both of our ends. So just be on the lookout. And it's very important to just kind of be a solution deliverer with your products and services and or software. You need to be solving a problem. Like, it can't just be, I don't know, I'm gonna freestyle. You have to plan. You have to know what you're gonna do. Like, if you want to make this product, is it tangible? Do you know how to make it? Can you make it where it's cost effective? Do you know where it's going to come from? Do you have all the materials? Is this product possible? We've talked about this before, but I just want nationals to really understand, and non-nationals, just people who are chiming in or coming in as businesses, or just want to know as business owners. You need to understand this, right? And then services are obviously the intangibles. So whether you're offering a cosmology reading, if you got your cosmology certification, right? Or you're offering a consultation in health, right? These are some of the intangibles, but they come with tangibles because they can come with a report, which is a physical report. Boom, that's a product. So you want to understand your business and you want to understand your customers. Who is your audience? Not everybody is your audience. Maybe you have a specific focus. So the first step is open up your business bank account, get a reading, get skills and certification, and get busy. That's it, right? You need to learn how to sell, y'all. If you don't know how to sell, you in trouble. A lot of y'all are not selling. I'm like, some of y'all like, oh yeah, I'm a cosmologist. I'm like, oh, you were? I wasn't even aware. And some of y'all could say that about Kojo, because y'all like, Kojo, but you were in the shadows at one point. I was, right? But I was still selling on the back end. You didn't see me in the public, but I was still selling on the back end. It's just important to just really put yourself out there and really offer what you what you've learned and spent investment into your different skill that you've acquired or product or whatever you've developed. So hopefully that makes sense, y'all. But the big thing is I want y'all to focus is just building products that actually solve people's problems. And think about this as you're developing new stuff. You know, hopefully that makes sense. Like the big thing that I've seen people do is they get into clothing and stuff like that, which is great. I like doing that stuff. I like clothing. I like arts and culture and stuff like that. But in times where money is a little tight, recessions, possible talks of recession or depression, you know, folks are just trying to eat, right? So maybe you come up with the product that like duplicates food. I don't know. You know, something like off of Dexter's Laboratory. I don't know. But you get the idea. Like create something that solves people's problems that people will use in the time that you're dealing with. So anyway, with all that being said, learn how to sell because Kojo's about to sell y'all. So if you need help or you need clarity on what was discussed, or you like, oh, Kojo, we didn't talk about business credit like last time. Nope. Go ahead. You can go book a consultation, right? Feel free to do so. We're here to help. And if you're like, man, Kojo, I don't want to deal with you. That's okay. There's other people as well on the website. arnagovernment.org. So let me keep it moving, y'all. So before we get started, I always got to make sure that we ground ourselves, right? I know everybody's like, you know, Kojo, why can't you answer the phone? You're right. I'll do better, y'all. That's all I got to say. I'll do better. But I just don't want y'all tripping and getting stressed, right? I'll get back to you. I'll circle back, right? I always do. But the idea of why I'm even saying that is just be flexible, right? We're a growing government, right? I know a lot of y'all expect us to be like the United States. We probably are. We're a baby nation right now. So anyway, with that being said, melioidosis. Has anyone heard of this? This is a bacterial infection running around that the CDC is talking about as the new crisis. I'm like, oh God, not a crisis. Crisis? I thought we just went through a couple of those. You know, they might block this video. Listen, they're talking about that this quote unquote infectious disease can be found in surface water and contaminated soil. Now, if I'm using like my brain, right, that literally can encompass a lot of different things. Soil and water. Well, all of us hopefully are bathing, right? That's one thing, right? And if we're bathing, hopefully we're using a filtered water, right? To do all that. And if we're brushing our teeth, we're doing the same thing. But we drink water. You see what I'm saying? Like we eat the produce from Whole Foods, natural grocers, right? We're dealing with these type of things. So if they're saying that this is a bacterial infection that you can get through inhaling it in the air, like it's one of those pathogens that you can breathe it in, and then it makes you feel like your bones are weak, your blood starts becoming clotted, and it's like, oh, that ain't good. So what I'm telling y'all is we already know what to do and how to handle bacteria. It's one of the 6 pathogens, right? Or 7 pathogens, right? Mm-hmm. For diseases. There's already we already know how to address it, right? But the big thing is just to be aware of it. You may have seen people get sick throughout the holidays. You know, people like they said it comes from tropical islands. Very strange. But anyway, they have a patent on it, just FYI. Here's where you can find the patent to treating it. It's very interesting. You're like, damn, Kojo. Yep. All right, let's talk about this Aboriginal shit, right? Just a little bit. So we're gonna be hitting on Cosmo, and then we're gonna talk about physical because it's gonna go hand in hand. Promise y'all. So relationships, and Mr. Yogi, Chief Minister Yogi, feel free to weigh in on anything I'm about to say.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
We got to define relationships. So I'm gonna break it down in 2 words. Relation, meaning it's 2 or more objects connected. That's one thing. And then ships to transport or vessel. You know, that's so you have 2 people connected in a vessel. Transporting what? That's the key thing. What is the purpose of that relationship? Some of y'all are freestyling. You don't even have a map. You have no idea where you're going in this vessel, but y'all are connected. You have no idea. Like, look, this is some of y'all shit right here. Y'all be like, y'all have the boat deck, y'all have accommodations for people to slide out in case of emergency. This is some of y'all's boats connected to people, right? And there's a lot of things going on with this boat. But the point is that when 2 people are connected together, they're in a vessel and they about to go on a ride. Now, do they know where they're going? That's a different story. Right?
Might have to slice that boat. Some people transporting 50-50.
You're right. You're right about that. You know, some of y'all don't even bring it. Some of y'all don't even have the engine, right? Y'all just have cargo. You heard me? Somebody that just got cargo. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of baggage. Do you even have the engine? Oh, goodness. So yeah, now that we have that kind of like concept, right? Now the other thing that I want to just kind of put in people's mind is that everything begins with a thought, and everything starts with a thought, and it transcribes into behavior, which behavior then becomes your habit, and then it becomes your environment, people, places, or things, right? That's important, very, very important. And you're gonna realize that the relationships that you have with them people, they're gonna kind of fluctuate in a boat. Like you see how just this arrow's going this way on the screen. I don't know if y'all can see that. Y'all can see that, right? I have no idea, but it's gonna fluctuate. So it could go from dysfunctional when you're dealing with somebody who's in your boat and they're dysfunctional. You like, uh-oh, you're gonna have to get out. You're gonna have to get off the boat because you're about to rock the boat. Anyway, so I mention all this stuff because these are just kind of some of the cycles, right? Or just some of the things that are happening within relationships, business, personal, or personal, quote unquote, romantic relationships. These are all forms of relationships. Some of y'all are treating relationships, and every last one of them as transactional. Okay, like I get it, but there's a time and place for everything. So, and then some of y'all just are dysfunctional around people, and that affects the health. And we'll get into that specifically, but I just wanted to focus on like the most important relationship that you have, and we talked about this before, is with you. If you don't have a healthy relationship with you, you in trouble because you go to bed with you every night. Kojo don't go to bed with you. Chief Minister Yogi don't go to bed with you. Nobody goes to bed with you but you. You are in your mind 24/7, whether you're aware of it or not. Right? So let's talk about relationship choices. These are just going to be case studies. Okay? Stay with me now. Now, the reason why I'm even highlighting these is I want you to see Nelly at the bottom. You know, and my man me mugging. It's just like, yo, this ain't it, right? And then at the top, and this is not the first time. Now, this is obviously them currently, but in the past, they were still grinning like this. Now, these are their cards, right? I'm not going to spend too much time, but I'm pointing it out because what really brings them together, which I find very interesting, is a mutual Jupiter, right? They're very lucky around each other. And with luck comes good mojo. They're like, damn, I feel good around you too. And they smiling and grinning because money is coming in, right? They're not doing bad for each other as far as money wise. One's a king of diamonds and the other one is a 9 of diamonds. They're not struggling, and you can tell they're having a good time, right? So, Minister Yogi, I don't know if you wanted to weigh in on it, but I literally just wanted to point out that these two people, the reason why that I think they're having a good time, honestly, is because they're lucky around each other. Good shit can come from it, and let's just call it a chance.
Right. Right. I'll add this new gem that I picked up from. I'm gonna shout it out because that was a good mathematic equation from Aquarius Maximus.
Mm-hmm.
So I add their birth cards together, and they get the Ace of Hearts.
Ooh.
So you see these people. So now you got the Jupiter fluence, and then you got this equation. It's like a dance with the magnetic field. So they close to each other. You know, Ace of Hearts is all about close relationships and job, new babies, new conception, things of that nature. So involving. So you're right. He mean mugging at the buck. I don't know what they got. I don't know what man is dancing a whole different direction.
Right. You know what I mean? And I think they're really enjoying each other's company. They're lucky around each other, and they're just like talking. Like, you ever seen two clubs talk to each other? And sometimes it's like nobody else is in the room but those two. They just going, yeah, and it's just all this mental magic is taking place, and it's just like, man, like that's why they say don't drink the Kool-Aid because you don't know what they talking about, right? So stay out of people's Kool-Aid. But no, I mean it's just really interesting to see because the two clubs are just talking to each other and they're just really connecting on a mental level. Like, right. Anyway, so it's just fascinating. So that's one thing I want to mention. Now let's talk about business relationship choices. Now I'm harping on this one because I really think that if these two weren't petty, it would have been a phenomenal combo to the end. Because, and I'll explain why I'm even that's my claim, right? For one, they have a mutual Mercury off the rip. That means they are solid business partners from the jump. If they're functional, so they can talk business, they have similar interests, which is obviously they're in the music or entertainment industry, business-wise. Obviously they grew up in New York. Like they were already connected, and that's why it was just working. Then they created companies together, and it was just vibing. And they both worked hard, meaning they had spade energy. One just had double spade energy. So that means that's twice the petty. So I say that, just stay with me when I'm saying all this. But the other one has a 9 of hearts. So I'm talking about Dang. I spelled his name wrong. I'm sorry, Dang. I'm sorry. I said damn. So the other one has heart and really just got love for everybody. Like he wants to put everybody on. And he's mentioned that a couple of different times, right? And typical Taurus, they hang out in love, right? Their planet is Venus. So they're mostly going to be hanging out in love area. So they got a lot of love for people. They're going to put people on and things of that nature.
Yep.
But he's also got a mouth to him. He ain't gonna let you leave without hearing his mind. So that's the other thing, right? So I'm sure that the mouthpiece probably flamed up, Jay a couple of times. Like, you know what? I'm done. I'm about to flame you up too, since you done turn the heat on me, right? So I think between these two energies that these two people have, they really could have worked something out to be really great if they were just aware of each other's energy, right? Because they were making really great business moves together. I just think, and then the other thing is that I don't think a lot of people are aware is that Jay was Dame's moon support. So it was like, he really did need it. Like, and that's why I say, like, it's not the same, as much as, he's been, making strides and things of that nature. And we'll talk about how that's really impacted his health overall, right?
Right.
Just because it's just all that plays together. And so with these two combined, they would have been a hell of a force to take on all those record label companies. all the music industry, and they were doing it. I mean, they had brought people like Dipset, Kanye, J. Cole, all these people. Imagine if this was just two people on the same page, mission, purpose, focused. And listen, it would be different. So
you took over the whole industry, and not just the music, because they already had hood classic movies too together.
right, Paid in Full. That was
That's a dope movie.
that's my favorite. So you're right, and I think where you'll see that Dame Dash could use the moon support from Jay-Z is that Jay-Z has a diamond energy naturally at birth, right? He has the ace of diamonds,
Right.
and so Dame could use a little bit of financial management or just how to really move money in a better way, right? You got the mouthpiece. You know how to talk to people. You know how to sell. You got that work ethic. You got a lot of love for people, and you can pull people in when you need to. But like, you need help managing your finances, man. And that's why Jay-Z's a billionaire, right? And I don't want to get into the semantics and stuff like that, but hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying to y'all. Like,
right.
If you're not aware, you don't set the intention, you don't understand who you're dealing with as a business partner or business relationship or whatever the case is, you could either make or break something. Literally. So, what you got to say, Adam? What you got?
You went in, bro. You went in. But I mean, you hit everything on the spot. Then with Jay-Z, ninth polarity, misnomer Sagittarius, like energy is like it's that Jupiter energy, so it's competitive too.
Yeah.
Then you got the Taurus energy where it's like it's favorable, it's Venus, so it's all the energy is just favorable. But they definitely could have worked together if it was a dynamic of, allowing him to take on that. Because Dame had the CEO mind, but he should have delegated it to Jay-Z more because now Jay-Z can use his that Sagittarius energy, that competitive energy, and get them in the door.
Literally.
But instead, it turned without going into too much semantics and all the others. It turned into a thing where it's like you ain't getting us in the door, bro. Your mouthpiece, and Dane, he's very inspirational. He got that 7 of clubs. He inspirational. So he can use it. It's like, but you ain't really get us in the door. You just kind of negative now. And now, like, all right, but all the other stuff. Okay, I won't get into that, but that. You're right. You got to know who you with.
Like it makes or breaks it, and I think that's so important. So like, I keep going back. I know people are like, why do you say spade people are petty? It's because that energy does exist, and I'm doing some studies, right? But I'm noticing the same energy. Spade people tend to be petty. They'll burn that bridge if it comes to that point. They will flame you up. Kojo has a 10 of spades, FYI, everybody. So, but no, it's just, I think it's just a misunderstanding, obviously, between the two. And they have spade energy. They're both competitive. They both want to win. And it just, they just flame each other up. They say, you know what, F you. You know what, F you too. Boom, flame.
Right.
Everybody
they should have had like that one mediator in between them that helped them make, because they got their 3 of spades. They both got the 3 of spades in.
That's what that.
So they both always at a crossroads. They always at some type of decision or indecision. It's like, damn, y'all niggas need a mediator or something, bro. You need just delegate everything to the mediator. Let him make the, you know what I mean?
Right.
That way it won't look like, oh, you got 2 crossroads, I got 2 crossroads. Right. You want to burn the bridge that I want to go on, and I want to burn the bridge that you want to go on.
Literally. So that's why it's just
right. I'm with you though.
So hopefully that makes sense to everybody, but we're going to get into more of like the impact of the health. So now that you kind of have a little grasp of the cosmology and just kind of understand how that plays a role, you're going to see just how it actually affects the health. So, but we got to talk about some characteristics. I mentioned these things because you're like, what, coach? Why are you talking? Listen, some of y'all need to make sure you understand nature, your nature, as far as like wanting to help people or interact with people, and how to, classify. Some of y'all are mixing business with pleasure, right? You taking on the client, and then you're doing things that you ain't supposed to be doing. Like I don't know. Like let me give you an example. Personal friend. Some of y'all getting intimate. Y'all in that intimate land, and it's supposed to be a business associate, meaning your business partner. I mean, and this is not your wife or husband. I mean, this is literally a business associate. You getting intimate with them. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Unless it made sense contractually. You guys are already married, this, that, and third. Y'all have contracts, all this stuff. But like, some of y'all are literally setting up business arrangements and then getting intimate with people, right? That's something that you want to be aware of, right? Maybe you have a degree of just like wanting to give too much attention to people, right? And that's not a bad thing for a personal. If that friend is a personal friend, a lover, whatever the case is, you want to give them the support that they need emotionally, right? Business friend, it's a little bit of a balance. If they ask, if it's really an associate, honestly, there's no obligation. But some of y'all don't know y'all's own energy, so maybe you're a heart, and maybe you're just so invested in that person. You're like, yeah, I love that person. I'm trying to help them. Nothing wrong with that. But if they're literally telling you just keep it business, stay focused, you're not aware of the situation, you're not aware of your own pool as a heart, right? So that's why it's like, okay, who am I interacting with? That's why we always tell people, know their birthday. That's the birthday as the first question. What is your birthday? Before we start going down this road. So I know these are just some of the characteristics, but I wanted to mention it just kind of briefly. All right. So this is my favorite thing. Social relationships and health. You're like, oh, coach, there's actually an article, white man wrote that. Hey, listen, sometimes you got to reference things, right? But the idea of what they're saying is that social relationships, both quantity and quality, affect mental health, health behavior, physical health, and morality risk. So what does that mean? That means for those who want to try to be like Future, have your toxic relationships with, listen, man, that weighs on the body. And it might affect the if I'm not saying it right, the excretory system, which is seventh polarity, which deals with relationships, specifically kidneys and kidneys. I forget the other components, but yeah. So these are the things that are going to be affected, right? If you have toxic relationships, and we'll talk about some of the specifics. But this is what I wanted to just kind of point out, that like if you're not paying attention to who you're around, it'll affect your health, and we'll talk about some of those examples. So let me move on to this. So think about the energy when you're like worn down, you're tired. After being around somebody, you're like, damn, it's like they got a cloud over them. I'm tired. After just dealing with it, I feel drained. They were a succubus to you. And that impacted probably your liver. Just FYI. The reason why you tired, you feeling drained, your liver, it might even affect your pancreas, you know what I mean? To be able to produce the glucose sugar levels in your body to get going.
Yeah.
Because it's already been sucked dry by a succubus. So those organs are already impacted, right? because you're not aware of who you're dealing with. And sometimes the person may just mean well. Like, they may not be aware of their own energy to like, let me latch on to you. Like, let me grab everything you got. Your energy feels good. You ever been around somebody who's like, oh, your energy feels good. Let me hold on to that.
All right.
That's a succubus. And they're not even aware. It feels good, Listen, your liver over time or pancreas or whatever the case is probably going to be impacted. Just FYI. So, any thoughts on that, Minister Yogi, on that particular scenario of being worn down?
Man, I mean, you hit the point, literally, like who you engage with, who you in physical contact with, who you exchanging fluids with. If it's a relationship, a marriage relationship, like your body will be worn down. Your body will be, you will be out of there, literally.
Yeah.
And then depending on, your specific birth chart, it's gonna tell us each time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna tell us what area of the relationship is affected.
Ooh.
So if you got, if it's deep secrets within the relationships that y'all just can't forever bring to the light and problem solve, oh yeah, your reproductive organs are, yeah, I know what's going on now.
Right.
Erectile dysfunctions, like it gets that deep, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Everything that shows in the reality is gonna show on your health.
So that's why it's important, like to be mindful of who you're interacting with. Let's say, for example, you get sick because you have a weakened immune system. Now we're talking about your immune system, right? That's dealing with the lymphatic immunity system in general, right? And maybe you have anxiety to go with that. Some of y'all are so anxious around people. Yeah, there ain't nothing going on. You anxious. Why are you so anxious? It's not. There's nothing wrong with being alert, but to be anxious, you're like, oh, I'm so anxious. I'm like, for what? We're literally just here, having a good time. But your partner or your person that you're courting or your business relationship or business partner can make you anxious and sometimes make you feel sick. You're like, damn, I don't know why. I'm my throat hurting. I think I'm about to catch a cold, and I'm getting anxious around just your lymphatic and immune system and your brain and central nervous system is impacted because of that relationship that you guys are having with each other, and you're not aware of it. It can be just so simple, like the person is yelling at you, and maybe that's not how you like to communicate.
Right.
They're yelling at you, and they're not saying that. That's just how they express in that type of dynamic way. Yeah, why can't you? And they're not really trying to be, but that's the way they communicate, right? And that could cause anxiety to you. That can make you feel like, damn, like why are you yelling at me? So that has impacts on your physical body, whether you're aware of that or not. Sometimes dealing with people, you be so forgetful. You be like, I used to have good memory around you. Before I met you, I had good memory. Now I can't remember a thing. I'm misplacing things. You ever seen a couple that like, I can't find my keys? I've misplaced them.
Take 2 hours to find them joints.
Literally. And you start to forget. Some of y'all forgetting anniversaries. So y'all like, oh shit, somebody's birthday and anniversary. Oh, you in trouble. And that's impacting obviously your memory / so it's impacting your respiratory and your brain functions, right? When you start to see that happen, when you're having problems speaking your truth, like you always I've seen people. I'm like, are you speaking your truth? Are you voicing what you need to voice? Especially, for people who just, they just keep all that inside, and impacts you. When you like, oh, I wish I could have said that to this person and let them know how I really felt about the business decision that they made. That impacts it impacts your brain, your memory, your central nervous system. But it also impacts your respiratory system, right? Because you're not being honest with yourself and other people. The most important relationship first is you, then other people, right? So, this is why we keep mentioning this stuff. I know you're like, Coach Joe, we already know all that. Like you're not doing nothing. You're right? But I'm letting you know for those who are not aware, right? So maybe you start having money issues. Some of y'all like, I don't have none of those problems. I have money problems. Money just seems to fall out of my pocket. Like, I don't know where it's going. Well, maybe something going on with your endocrine system, right? Never thought about some cracking with that, like literally, and it deals with possessions, right? That system deals with possessions. And then lastly, I've seen this before. I see people having skin problems, like they start itching, like they're like, damn, or they have like stuff going on with their skin. I can almost bet they are self-sabotaging something in the relationship, business-wise, personal-wise, with themselves, love-wise. They are sabotaging something, and they may not be aware.
Right.
Like, oh no, surely not. But I'm always itching on my skin. Think about what you've been doing and how that's impacting you. So I don't know, Chief Minister Yogi, what you got for me? What you got for the people?
Ooh, went in on this joint. I'm gonna start from that lymphatic system, like, so y'all don't be telling the truth, and then it's like, Kanye, no, don't say that, and then you don't say nothing though, and he go out and you attend a heart, so now you feel like you got public embarrassment. Mm-hmm. Now your immune system and your nervous system is directly connected to Mars. So now your confidence to tell the truth is diminished, and then over time, if you never build that back up, you start to let people walk all over you, just like you let them diseases walk all over your organs. You know what I'm saying? So, and then lastly, my last point was with the self sabotaging, like you, because skin issues, yeah, that's Pisces, 12th polarity, misnomer Pisces, like you not understanding spirituality in the sense of a definition of dealing with intelligence of nature, yeah, you're gonna self-sabotage yourself because you don't understand your environment or your partner, whether it's personal or business. You don't understand their environment, so now you just sabotaging yourself. You neglecting your environment and your temple just so they can feel something.
Ooh. I know what people are thinking. Huh? I don't know. All right, stay with us, right? So this is very important, right? Like I promise y'all, like this relationships with people is what is going to make or break what's going on generations to come in your lineage. You don't know how to interact with people. Firstly, if you don't know how to interact with yourself, you're going to have problems. And then you're going to sit here and tell me that...
You don't know, baby D. You don't know. That's why you're looking at me, because you don't know, baby D.
That's how y'all be talking to me. Y'all be like, man, you don't understand. Because you're like, I'm different.
You don't know, baby D.
That's how y'all be talking to me. I'm different. I'm like, well, everybody is different. But we share the same situations with the energies, with nature. Right? And your real ancestors, we've talked about this before. Carbon, H2O, right? Oxygen, right? Carbon. So, and hydrogen, sorry. These are the elements. Like, these are what make up you, right? And this is what makes up the whole freaking universe. Literally. You're made from space. That's how they say it, right? But anyway, the idea is that you need to understand relationships with yourself and other people because they're impacting specific systems of your body and you're not even aware of it. And we're going to do case studies, more case studies, right? To show you, right? So for those who may think that this is not clear, Stay with us. We about to bring it home. We about to bring it home. So let's talk about this case study. Y'all remember Anthony Anderson, right? Ex-wife. This is not the first time she had filed for a divorce. The reason why I'm even bringing this up is because she's filed divorce twice. Like once, I think they said it was like in 2015 or whatever the case is. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, right? This man has type 2 diabetes, right? That's the endocrine system, right? Which is, again, that deals with possessions. Now, at the beginning, possessions for Mr. Anderson was not high. Didn't have anything. That's why she was hanging around a little bit. She was like, maybe he might do something. Maybe he won't. I don't know if he will blow up or not. He a comedian. Comedians are typically not doing. So we're already having these type of energies. Now, I didn't do their birth cards and all this stuff. This is just based off of the result or the effect of a bad relationship, right? From the jump. Like if this is really a really good relationship, what you worried about? What you tripping about? You got your family, you got your kids, you got what you need. If he needed to do something for you, whatever the case is, he could get it done for you. But again, this brother was overweight before he got skinny. He was overweight, so we already know he's been dealing with type 2 diabetes for a long time. And again, that deals with possessions because my man didn't have nothing. And now we still dealing with issues with possessions because his ex-wife trying to take everything. So trying to go back to zero. He ain't trying to go back to zero. That's why you see a lot of people out here hustling again. They got a little lazy. I'm pretty content with my possessions. So anyway, we can also look at his face too. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in. I don't know if I can zoom in, but point is like I don't know. I can't do that. So if you look underneath his eyes, right, look like the kidneys could be affected. Something is going on. Not getting sleep, bags under the eyes. Law and relationships is what that deals with, y'all. And look what he dealing with: settlement, divorce, law, child support, relationship issues. Look at this. Does this look like somebody who is well rested, at peace? No. So when I say that if two people are on the same page, it's really going to impact your health, and you're going to see it. Whether you're aware of it or not, you're going to see it transcribed. And then you're going to be like,
You don't know, baby D. You don't know. That's why you're looking at me, because
this is how y'all talk to me. I don't know who the other person y'all dealing with. I'm like, I do though, more than you do. And this is their nature. Right. Are you aware of that? Anyway, what's your thoughts on this, Minister Yogi?
I can tell you right now, he was dealing with endocrine systems before the fame. That's a brother who was operating off his limbic system, trying to keep, depending on what his cars are at, but being positive about dysfunction, not setting himself up correctly when he got to the fame.
Right.
And then he got to go back through it all again.
Right.
And the divorce, like you just said, you trying to take everything. Yeah. You was operating off your limbic system. You thought, like, it's ride or die. She was with me before the fames. Like, no, you got to learn people nature. You got to see this. You can't be positive about dysfunction either. If red flags are popping up. Literally.
And you probably are ignoring it. So I know you're like, Gojo, this is just a coincidence. All right, let me move on. I know y'all like, we already talked about this, man. But I know, but let me just be specific again. Endocrine system, he is type 1. Now, he got this at the age of 15. Now, at that time, living with a single mother, right? Struggling to get through. And she was even telling him that, my health problems are not your health problems. right? So remember, he didn't have diabetes until the age of 15. So look at that relationship, and you know, whether that is what it is between him and his mom, you know, what they were going through, but look how that like can impact on somebody's health. Like she's dealing with health challenges, and then you know they're maybe not, you know, doing the best, you know, financially, and you know whatever they're trying to do to get by, that impacts overall. And if you're thinking like, okay, where's my dad, this, that, and third, it impacts you end up getting type 1 diabetes, right? And I imagine not eating well doesn't help either, but you get what I'm saying, that like if you don't have really solid relationships around you, they can impact your environment, they can impact your body. So let's move on. Let's move past 15. You're like, man, he's too young. All right, but let's look at his face though, man. My man looked like he ain't sleeping either. And guess what he dealing with? He dealing with the law too, and bad relationships. I'm letting you. Child support. He dealing with child support today that he had to pay off. One was for 400K and the other one was 1 million. I'm like, brother, that is a lot. That is a lot. And you, whew, listen, just listen, y'all. Just stay with me. And look what he says. Look, this is his quote, not my quote. He's been losing money for years. I'm proud broke. I think he meant I'm a proud broke. Yeah, I'm a proud broke. Listen. Possessions, y'all. Possessions, relationships. Anyway, any other thing to add on that before I know we talked about it a little bit already, but
right, but that's Dame operate off his limbic system, emotions. And with that 3 of spades, like, nah, then you burnt the bridges. You ain't proud, bro. You burnt the bridges. And now you got to deal with, like, not having these deals and possessions that you used to have with your partner.
So, let's keep this. I know y'all back to culture. Like, you know what? That don't make no sense. Just stay. Let's talk about Dr. Dre. Brain aneurysm. That deals with self. But it also deals with the circulatory system. You know, veins in the heart and stuff like that were also affected, which impacted creativity and culture. Because remember, Dr. Dre is putting on for the culture, right? You know, he's bringing people in. He just signing people, changing the music game, West Coast, right? And I bet at one point in time they were probably happy. But probably after a while, start to nagging. And you can see some of the things that she was nagging him about now that the divorce has happened. Imagine what that does to yourself. And you're like, damn, I became a billionaire. I done, sold beats, and made a fortune off of that, made music, made a fortune off of that, impacted the culture with my creativity. And I got somebody in my corner nagging at my ass. Not really supporting what I got going on. And then guess what? They were this is just me kind of assuming. I don't know what happens in the house, but this is just me assuming. It came to a point where she's like, you know what? Right? Filed a divorce. My man got brain in it. It's like that. Like, I've never heard of this brother having problems with the brain.
Right.
That day of the divorce. Handed the papers. So it really does matter who you are around. That's the most important decision you're going to make, is who you're in a relationship with. Business-wise, personal-wise, financially-wise, relationship, personal interest-wise. Like, all that matters. And it affects your body. Like, I've seen people. This is to call me for a health consult. And this is a little story time. She just said, hey, brother, I got some issues with my bladder, and I also have a thyroid issue. And I was just like, I just took a wild swing. I said, how's your relationships with people, and are you broke? I didn't say it like that. You know.
Right, right.
I asked, "How was your finances?" And she said, "Honestly, not good. I don't have money." I said, "Oh, my relationship with my dad is piss poor. I'm in and out of relationships. I got 5 different baby daddies." And I'm like, "Oh, you really not winning right now." And over time, that has impacted her health. I imagine along with, again, the thoughts, the behavior, the habits, the environment, blah, 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 right? That created the situation for her to eat a certain way, be around certain people. She even said, "I was loosey-goosey with people." I said, "Oh, you just let anybody in." Okay. So this is what I mean by the importance of who you are about to interact with. And it doesn't have to be on an intimate level. It just business level, spiritual level, whatever level. You better know who you're dealing with. My man suffered from a brain aneurysm.
Right.
So that impacted not only the brain, which could have caused him to die, because that's when obviously the veins get clogged up, the brain gets flooded with blood, and that could cause him to have a stroke and die. Because he's literally having what do you call it, hemorrhaging. He's literally hemorrhaging, and so that's affecting the circulatory system in the heart. So I just need y'all to really be mindful. Like, these are like, you're like, these are celebrities, you're like, what y'all saying. But I'm telling you, like, I didn't even know the sister. I didn't even have too long of a discussion. And I just asked those 2 questions. I said, "How was your relationships with people? And are you financially stable?" And she answered no to both.
Right.
And then when she filled out the intake form, I found out a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's what I mean. Like, your relationship with yourself and other people are so important. So I don't know. You got anything to add on to these case studies, God?
I was gonna say one for Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
It's symbolic now. It's symbolic now because he put off his album, which is called Detox. He still ain't dropped that album. Like, damn, Dre, you ain't detox the people, the food, the vibe. You ain't detox nothing around you. And you fetches your creativity and you can't even put out the album now. Like, that was crazy. I was like, yo, he been putting off this album for a good several years.
7 years, or like it's more than 5 years, right?
It's more than 5 years now. Yeah. And since his relationship problems has been becoming public too, as well, simultaneously.
Literally. And I think he and again, this is just this is just for educational purpose. I'm not trying to we're not trying to attack nobody, but I think there was like even a situation with his daughter, you know what I mean? Like saying, "Oh, you're not a good father." Like, what that does to your self-image. You're like, damn, my own family attacking me. And that's what I'm saying. That just impacted the whole brain aneurysm. I mean, you're getting hit with the ex-wife, you're getting hit with your children. That's what's the most important relationship is with yourself. Yeah. And if you see that this is what you are mentally suffering from, you're like, damn, you don't know what's about to happen. Well, we do, but you get the point.
Right.
So, let me keep this thing. So hopefully that makes sense, y'all. I know y'all like, before I leave that space, to talk about investments to close up the class, because I know some of y'all like, "Oh man, coach, y'all like, let me just make sure I show love to y'all." Peace, y'all. I know y'all in the building. Yo, peace, y'all, peace. And then, Brother Wahhabi, 12 polarity here. What you said a moment ago got me thinking as to relates to conversations I had this evening. I'm working through what you brought up. Hey, listen, I'm telling you could, you 12 polarity. So you better be careful of what you be self-undoing. Like, be careful for real. Like, and you may not even be aware of it, but it sounds like you are, which is important. But just be careful. Like, you could be you going down a path that like is good for you, and then you can literally unwind it back, and you lose it because it was self-undoing on your end. And so that's why, I see people and then, I see them like they just kind of scratch, and I'm like, oh, maybe they just dehydrated, maybe they just skin dry. And I'm like, no, it's something that they self-undoing that they may not be aware of, right? So, and depending on where it is, it could be on your face, it could be on your arm, that can correlate to a particular organ, right? So, just saying. So, let me see. Let me keep this choo-choo train going, y'all. So hopefully that made sense, y'all. Hopefully that was insightful for what we were bringing to the table. But obviously, I'm going to talk about investments. My favorite topic, right? Making money. So, Sun Village. I know, I got my own agenda too. So let me type in. Oh wait, before we, I know I'll be doing too much. Just stay with me, y'all. So I'm going back to here, but I'm going also to here. So y'all see this? WalkAid.fun. Get a full inside cosmology, you know what I mean? Fill out that intake, right? Get it correct. Now the other thing that I want to show, where is it? Sun Village, California. All right, I see this tab, right? I need y'all to go here and just read about what we're doing at Sun Village. Literally, you can become an e-resident. You can attend the meetings. We're getting ready to have a public meeting, I believe, in a couple of weeks. So you can find that information on this, basically on the homepage where you can tap into the public meetings. And then if there's a particular department that you're interested in, you can apply. You can apply. All right. So I always gotta talk about Sun Village. So we're thinking about doing some things, I won't even say too much. I'm gonna keep that quiet. Let's talk about this investing opportunity, y'all. Have y'all heard of this company called RallyRD.com? Now, the reason why I'm even mentioning it, you're like, Ojo, you be putting out stuff that don't even be correlating. And this is why I'm like, oh yeah, it's very important what I'm telling y'all. Because the reason why I'm even bringing it up is because you need to find ways to diversify your investments. It's not bad. It's you don't want to necessarily be all in on something and don't have another vehicle moving it as well, right? Like, what happens if that vehicle goes down? Then you have nothing else to go off. Like, you put everything into that, which there's nothing wrong with going all in. But like, once you have a mastery or something, or you have something that's going, you can add on top of that. So the reason why I'm even mentioning Rally is because this is a really, really good way to basically have investments in different assets that tend to appreciate over time, right? So I know you're like, hey, you could do that. Yep. You could do that, right? So here's some of the examples, right? You'd be like, cars. I know it's not just cars, y'all. There's like baseball cards. There's other things like bases, like valuable things that people are like, oh, I didn't even know that was even valuable to somebody. Yeah, literally it is. And people are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars for some of this stuff. So you just have to really do some homework on it, right? Like, I think there's like a Porsche Turbo, right? That you can invest in, and that's a classic car. It's a classic vehicle. There's a home that you can invest in, there's different stuff that you can have a percentage of. And if it sells, boom, you get your profit of shares that you have shares of interest in. So it's just another means of diversifying your investment strategy. And there's a reason why I'm even bringing that up, because it's very important to do that. And you never know what it could bring. So if you're smart about investing in certain things, like let's say if somebody had put a Michael Jordan collector's basketball card, I'd be like, let me go ahead and throw a couple of dollars at that. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I know he's a GOAT in basketball. So I'm going to throw a couple of dollars in there, So the idea is that if it's a collectible, or it's something that's a rarity and it's a value, you may want to scope it out and invest and see, what the chances of it to be successful, right? So that's really, and you can manage the portfolio through this website, right? So this is just kind of an investment opportunity. I think it's worth looking into. I mean, what y'all think? Y'all think I'm wasting y'all's time? What you doing to me whenever I'm throwing these? Hey man, I like making money. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to read this comment. A friend of mine who I looked up to and respected told me to pray. Oh my goodness. Told you to pray to a spirit. Hold on. I got something.
People are not even aware of how fucking weird they are. So you know what you got to do? I'm gonna take this comment down and let you stay weird.
Your friend, like they told you to pray to a spirit, to Sky Daddy or to who? Like that is so. I don't know. I know y'all. So all you could do is just understand that that's where that person is, and if that's not where you're at, well, Holly, and you've gone past that, you already have confirmation within yourself. You already know the truth. You can either wrestle your brain to try to educate them, which again, you're not obligated to, unless they're just, if they ask for it or they have some type of, I don't know, something that makes you have to do that. And if they're not asking, then, you really don't owe them nothing. Just, you can choose to, okay, I know how to deal with you. I know what not to say. I know how to interact with you, because you're going to start talking to me to talk to pray spirit. To what spirit? Hell. What? Like, so I don't know if you have any thoughts to add to that, God, but I just think that's interesting.
I ain't really had nothing else to add to. I mean, pray to your breath, to yours. Like, we ain't praying to no mystery guys or no mystery spirits. Oh, he said, in this point in my life, I won't be pressured. There you go.
Right. Literally. Like, who are they to put pressure? Like, they're putting pressure on you to pray to a mysterious entity that don't even exist.
Right.
Yep.
And like Coach said, recognize you're at your level, they at their level. Don't start creating illusions and delusions or where you start to trap yourself where you like, I gotta help them, Like, you don't got to be, and you don't even have to be a what's the word I'm looking for? Evangelist. I don't know how to pronounce it.
No, I think you said it one more time.
Evangelist, like a person who
like a evangelist. Right?
Yeah, there we go. Like, you don't even have to be that yourself. You could recognize, all right, they're at their level, I'm at my level. Let me just live my life and just be a visual for them. Yeah, there you go. Wiley put it out there. Yep. Yeah, you don't have to be that yourself.
And that's what he said. I'll keep it real with them and tell them. And I see myself as the divine. Yeah. See, you a God. You a God. But you over here. Anyway, so you already know. You know what time it is. You're not stuck in the, you're not stuck in the time warp. So you get it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, peace to the family. I see you up in the building. Yo, I know you were. Hold on. Well, let me not say. Well, you a king of diamonds, so I know you like talking about money. So, what you think about the investment opportunity, y'all? Like, y'all think it's something that is interesting? Do y'all think it's something that, like, man, don't they make some money off of that? I'm telling you that there's people who literally profit from doing this. Again, it has to be something that, like, is very, very unique and something that's different. Like, I think somebody had bought or invested into a vase for like $4, right? Yeah. Bought a vase for $4, and then they sold it for 100 racks.
Mm.
Because overseas, somebody found it valuable enough to want to buy it. Watch yourself. That's what I said. Like you never know what you may think is not value. Somebody else may find hella value from it, and sometimes you may not even be aware of what you got. That's a value. Recognize that diamond within y'all. Let me see. So peace to the family. Okay, so if there's no questions on that, y'all know I always got to do this. But if you need to nationalize or start your indigenous business, feel free to reach out to shabazassociates.com, hawabdfw.org, or honorgovernment.org, right? These are the official places to go, right? And obviously, if you need to get more insight on just what we were talking about of how relationships impact your health, I was literally dealing with, I'll give you one last example just of how real this is. I was dealing with a family who was not aware of how sometimes they could basically disregard what this particular club was saying, even though this person was a club too. They disregarded and just didn't even hear or understand where they were coming from. And guess what? When clubs don't feel understood or heard, after a while, they stop dealing with you. They like, you're not even listening. Why am I still wasting breath on you? And it frustrates them. So guess what? They just say, you know what? I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm going to just let you stay there. So this is what was happening to this family. This family was literally not understanding each other's nature. And they also were hearts. So they were in each other's pool and they were each other's lifeguard and didn't even know it, but like they just really weren't paying attention. And so they just kept causing problems. And guess what? Somebody's mental space wasn't well as a result. And their relationship with their family wasn't good either. So a couple of organs were affected. But we just here trying to educate. That's all we do.
Right.
So, and then we're gonna open up the floor, y'all, for cosmology, man. If y'all want some inside clarity, relationship wise, business wise, you're like, should I deal with this person? Are they gonna be like a dang dash? I'm sorry, Dan. I'm just using you as an example.
Just an example.
Learning moment, education, that's all. But yeah, I mean, in all aspects, I mean, do you want insight on that? Do you want to know how to deal with a certain person or a certain energy? We got the chief minister of cosmology, Yogi, on the line. You got myself here. We just humble people just trying to give y'all direction and clarity. That's all. So for those on Instagram, if you have questions, you already know where to go. I'm sorry, I probably didn't see nothing. You just probably heard me talking and just saw the face. But you could go to YouTube and you can swing your butt over there. Otherwise, don't let me talk about finances because I was about to talk about some other finances, y'all. But I don't know if y'all are ready for that. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat for y'all. If y'all want to hop in and ask y'all questions that y'all have a burning desire, because we in this space, y'all. So we're just here to help. But until then, so I wanted to mention to y'all is that there's a blockchain, right? I like technology. There's a blockchain that I've told y'all before in class called Block V, right? I want y'all to look up Block V for a second. You know what, matter of fact, let me do that right now. And show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Why I even mention them again? Let's see. Where is it? Oh, oops. Here we go. Are y'all ready? All right. Y'all see my screen? Visa unveils Web3 loyalty platform, allowing brands to create custom branded crypto.
Would you try to share your screen? Cause
Is it not sharing my screen?
uh-huh.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Yep, there you
Right
go.
here. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. Y'all see this? Okay, listen. Look what it says. Visa unveils Web3 loyalty platform, allowing brands to create custom branded crypto wallets.
Mm.
Listen, y'all. This ain't going nowhere. So, where here go this pop-up screen. Get off my screen. How do I get out of this? No thanks. All right. Now, where is the... I'm trying to find it for y'all. Block V. The protocol was developed by Block V. Smart media technology uses a blockchain agnostic protocol called Smart NFT protocol. This protocol was developed by Block V. And this is what is actually partnered up with this endeavor with Visa's Web3 partner. So this is a collaboration. And I've told y'all about Block V before. So yeah, like Kojo, no, you did not. You didn't say nothing about no Block V. I'm like, okay. Huh. So let's look just to see, just look at Block. I know you're like, Kojo, come on. Why are we even looking at blockchain? All right. This is the Smart NFT protocol, right? So, powered by Block V. NBA Chase Down. Look. Look, y'all. And look, let me scroll down. Look at some of the people that they are doing business with. I know some of y'all like Doritos. We don't even eat Doritos. I know. But look at the companies like Samsung, right? Like KFC. You don't eat that. Vodafone, Intel, Yahoo, American Express, Lacoste. I think I'm saying that right. Lacoste? Yeah. The clothing brand. Axe, obviously the deodorant, Miller Lite. I mean, these are just some of the companies that they're basically being used in currently that got big pockets. So it's something to look into. No pressure. I'm just telling y'all again. It's worth looking into, right? So, and that's why I even mentioned it. So let me take y'all. So if y'all don't have any questions, y'all ain't got no questions on no business direction. The way y'all be hitting the live, I thought y'all were gonna take this opportunity to come in.
Right.
If not, we can close out the day. I think there's one more thing that I want to make sure that I re-drive this point home if we don't have any questions. Do you want to add anything, God, before I add this last point?
I was just about to say Block V lineup look like 2008 Black Hood politics. They got KLC, Axe, 2008. They about to recreate a year.
Literally, I mean, like
that's definitely something to look into.
Yeah, and that's just the point. It's just, I mean, they got Verizon, which is a telecom company.
Yeah.
I mean, Intel, which is a CPU or computer company, right? That makes chips. So I mean, like, these are not just like no name people. I mean, these are NBA. I mean, you even got Pepsi, right? So y'all know y'all be see. But yeah, I mean, the point is that it's being currently used in general. And according to the article that I showed you guys, let me go back to it. Like I said, Visa has a partnership with Block V. And again, it's everybody's trying to do some form of engagement with AR, loyalty program. You know how people are always trying to get you to sign up for a loyalty program? Like, hey, we can sign you up for this loyalty program. Here's a card. Right. Most of y'all lose the card. We like, oh damn, where is that card anyway? So this could be a virtual solution, right? I mean, it's just technology, investing. We got to get comfortable, a little bit comfortable taking risks, y'all. I know you're like, oh, Joe, I don't know if I want to deploy my money there. Oh, no. South schedule consult. Yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. Are there previous juror students able to join the course? Yeah. Yes. So, Appalachian University, we got the course schedule. You should be able to get started as soon as you, hold on, what is that? Is the screen only for you? I know I'm doing too much. Is the screen only for YouTube? I don't see the screen. Yeah, the screen is on YouTube, y'all. I'm sorry. I know y'all like, Coach Joe, I don't see nothing on IG. I'm sorry. Go to YouTube. Are the previous juror students able to join yeah. I mean, if you've already paid for the course, that's the other thing. I think I'm going to do a class on that. I'm going to do a class on graduates moving forward from Appalachian University. That's what I'm going to do, because some of y'all have graduated and I just don't see y'all active at all. Some of y'all have taken the courses and y'all are not doing the work. You need some spade energy. So I'm going to light y'all up a little bit. Just, this is just a preview. So once you finish your coursework at Appalachian University, the most simplest thing you could do is get started. You're like, I don't have a customer, Coach Joe. You're going to have to sell it to people. So if you were a genealogist, you'd be like, you know how many people be coming to my doorstep? Yo, brother, I need to do a genealogy. And I tell them the price. They're like, oh, hell no. I'm like, yep, I know. You can go somewhere else. Like, damn, brother, why your price so high? I'm like, man, what goes into it and what I do to make sure that you get the results that you want, up to par. So, but the idea that I'm telling you is that you should take that information and you should get busy. You need to be telling people, oh yeah, even if you feel like you're not ready because you've never done it before, this is the experience that you're going to get to have that confidence to be able to do it. You be like, oh yeah, that. Hold on. You said, hit me up, God. Oh, I know, God. You did hit me up. So I'm gonna hit you back. Yeah, I know. That I owe some people some phone calls. So make a note right now. But yeah, I'm sorry. I know the clubs be getting on me. They're like, you don't never reply, Coach. But I do circle back. So, as a graduate from Appalachian University, as long as you understand, thank you. That's the laugh out loud. Just knows that you understand. I'm sorry in advance. So, as a graduate from Appalachian University, you want to take what you learned and apply it. So you can even put yourself up like, okay, listen, I'm not really, let's say for jurors, I'm not really familiar with debt discharge, but I'm willing to work on your situation as long as we agree you would pay me on the back end. And then if I don't get the results, you've lost nothing. You don't owe me anything. You can draw up a contract like that to get that experience, or you can do it for free. That's usually the easiest way, is you can do it free. You know how many people at my doorstep want credit repair?
Right.
You can do it for free just to get the experience. Obviously, pick and choose which one that you're comfortable doing until you get to a level of proficiency and effectiveness that you can move on, and then you can feel confident enough to charge for your services. But you really need to be selling. You need to be selling your solutions. You can't, like, how are you going to impact this world without selling what you learned to solve their problems?
Right.
Like, this is something that is so unique that we have that nobody else is doing. Like, the world is at our doorstep looking for remedy in all aspects. And I'm just saying. So we may have to do a class on that because I want to get y'all fired up, man. Because like,
get your ass up and market. Walmart and Amazon, some billionaires, they market like they po. You know what I mean? You gotta market like you gotta market. Because the other side, some of y'all do know what y'all doing. Y'all just like you think you like, I don't know, you think you Elon Musk, like you just, put out a couple words and you good. Like, nah, you gotta post, dog. You gotta get out there. I went through the same thing. That's the only reason I said, because I went through the same thing. I'm 7 diamonds. I went through that phase, I ain't market good. Like, because I ain't market good, shit. I got the results of not marketing good. Like, but I knew what I was doing, but they always say, you got people with talent, then you got people with hard work. And people with hard work, they get put on faster than the people with talent who lazy to, highlight their talent.
Right. Oh, we got somebody in the building. I'm tripping. Hold on. Let me get. All right. Peace.
Peace. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good in yourself, sister.
I'm glad to hear that. So I'm calling in this evening to ask a question about cosmology. And I wanted to know, I'm not for sure if this is going to be very clear, but so regarding to cosmology, if I'm a 9 of hearts, and so we have different, diamonds, clubs, things of that nature. So is there particular, I would say, cards that work better together as like business partnerships?
Oh yeah, like for your card, like so you're a 9 of hearts. So let me just pull on my chart real quick because I don't know off the top of my head. But
so like a king of clubs or a 10 of diamonds.
Yeah, king of clubs, 10 of diamonds, because they a mutual. What are they? Mutual Mercury, and then 10 of diamonds and mutual Mercury too.
Yep, and then 7 of spades, and then Ace of hearts. These will be
Ace of hearts, because Ace of hearts would be mutual Jupiter.
Yep.
Okay.
And all that means, I'll be saying is like the mutual Mercuries with the 10 of diamonds, king of clubs. That's gonna be like good planning, great conversations, things like that. And then with the Ace of hearts, they highlighted as a mutual Jupiter, so that's good fortune, expansion, and business in general with them. So, and then of course, there's other aspects. You might find somebody who's an Ace of hearts or King of clubs, and then you're like, okay, well, let's go deeper. Let's get their birth chart.
Exactly.
Because like people gonna make their choices. I always tell people that like you're gonna make your choice, and they gonna make their choices. Right. So it may be mutual, but they start doing something dysfunctional. It's like, okay, it's gonna go the other way now. There's just a law of possibilities.
Okay, so pay attention to the mutual Mercury for communication, and then Jupiter for like prosperity and growth and expansion. Okay, that's insightful to know.
Yeah, if you get somebody who's a mutual Jupiter, the only thing y'all will watch out for is like competitiveness. Like,
okay,
that's the other side of it. Like, so I feel like they competitive. Like, they trying to take away some of your customers now. Like, okay, hold on now.
Right.
I hope that answer your question, though, sister.
It does. Thank you. I didn't have a long question, but you were straight to the point, so I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. And I think that's important to really just pay attention that when you do have like a mutual Mercury, somebody that's really going to really help just business wise and having the same mindset and stuff like that. You're going to be thinking similar interests and stuff like that. And obviously with the mutual Jupiter is going to really like anchor in, like, how there's like hard work and then luck, right? In the relationship with people. Like these are the factors of like having a well-rounded business that does well, right? Because you're doing all the right things, connecting with the right people, you're making, certain strategic moves, and then you get lucky and you get a break, right? Because of your hard work, dedication, certain places, certain circumstances, and stuff like that, that it expands that opportunity for you. So all those are like a recipe for success,
All right.
So
Then you got Mutual Mars too, with $7.
mutual action.
That's all action. Then $7 Lucky Millionaire's card. So
You
might
talking
walk
to a
back.
millionaire right there.
Yeah, that's me right there. So
The millionaire right
might
there.
walk back like, yo, I just ran into Jay-Z, son. Like, nice, man.
So
I
me
took
and
500K. Don't worry, I took the right one.
That's the right one.
Yeah, but now all your merchants, so you can look through it through your of course you got your life spread that's gonna always be there, and then what you do, you look at your yearly too. That's what people got to understand too. Sometimes business relationships got certain intent on times, and sometimes it may not be a lifetime business partner. It could just be for that year, and that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just for that year.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So as long as people just understand and just aware, just awareness. Like I'm gonna go back to that. Where's my picture? I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna show y'all what y'all be doing out here.
Don't play that Baby D song.
This ship right here. This is what y'all be doing. Y'all just be cruising and have no idea. And when something be happening, y'all come to me saying, "Oh, I can't believe this person did this, that," and I'm just, Did you ask what's their birthday? No. Do you have any idea of what energies they carry? Nope. I'm like, okay. You need to talk to Minister Yogi.
Right. Definitely ask for those birthdays. If you feel shy that you can't ask for birthdays, I don't know, hit them with a slick move. Hit them. You look like you 22. What's your birthday? There you go, right there. Window wide open.
Literally. And then this be happening to me. I ask people, right? People who get on they may be like nationals, and I'm like, oh yeah. What's your card?
Just pack your bags while you at it. Just pack your bags while you at it.
So that's how they be looking. They're like, oh, I'm busted. I don't even know it. Awareness. We want to encourage y'all just to be aware. That's really it. We just try to have fun with it while we do it, right? So.
And they tells me they ain't watched they Rites of Passage video.
That's one of the first things you're supposed to do. You know what that means.
Pack your bags while you at it.
Yep. Busted. I'm saying. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful.
Yes, it was. And also, I feel like I'm in this space of creating sister circles. And so I'm connecting with other women, and I'm trying to dig deep on the birthdays and the energy with other women, because I feel like it's kind of playing out within those dynamics as well.
And you got the event in OKC. When is it again?
January 20th.
And is it still open for sisters to attend? You know,
it's sold out, but we will have, I would say, early bird for 2025. So that will be November this year. People can purchase tickets for the next year.
Ooh, And where can they contact you?
Yes, on Facebook, Lazakia. So I can probably drop it in the chat. Oh, my name's on the screen too. So Lazakia Shiamaru. It's gonna be on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as well. Flowerful_nectar.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to make sure that I'm not ignoring. Hold on. I'll take this out of screen. As a club, what kind of your what? Hold on, man.
And what kind of business?
kind of your? I don't know. I need
Kind of
clarity.
relationship.
I need clarity. Could you rewrite that question? I don't want to assume, so I just, I don't want to assume. Speaking of credit repair, I've been working on my credit with my birth name attached to it. I plan on joining IPA and changing to. Are they going to be linked, or is it? What an excellent question! What an excellent question. Listen, you want to clean up your credit, right? And what you're doing is you're taking the right steps, because at the end of the day, there is no running away from that social security number, which has all your credit history. So if you think you're just going to I'm gonna just change my name and then go along and you're gonna have to update your social to your indigenous name. That's part of the procedures within ARNA or the IPA, right? And so whatever was on that old report is going to be on your current report with the new name. And there's going to be where it's going to say also known as, like even with your new name. So they're going to put your old name, formerly known as, and then your new name, right? So you want to still get it cleaned up. So they're linked, to answer your question in a long 2-minute answer. Yes, they're linked. They're not. Now, if you let's say you suffer from identity theft before going your nationality and stuff like that, then you would be able to possibly apply for a new social security number. If your identity theft was really, really, really bad, then that would be the instance where you would have new credit. But then you don't want to start from zero credit, because we already had a credit crunch right now where banks is not trying to lend nothing. They trying to actually close accounts. Shoot, I'm getting notifications talking about, hey, what we doing with this line of credit? I'm like, wait, don't close it. I ain't using it. So yeah, just be mindful of that. So and look forward to having you in the tribe, family.
So when you have a new social security card, does the debt still follow you from the old social security card, or you kind of clear?
So when you have a new social security card, your debt, they're still going to find a way to try to link it together.
Okay.
You have a new social security number, but sometimes they don't. Some of the old debt sometimes falls off. There is an instance where sometimes the old debt falls off because they're like, oh, you don't go by that name. So do you claim that? You don't have to. But if they attach it because of the name connection and stuff like that, then they can sometimes connect. Sometimes I've seen it before where new nationals change their name and they update their status and stuff like that, and some of the debt falls off. Now,
so basically, you just change your identity and just switch your social security card, and you'll be good.
Now we're not going to encourage all that. That would be what we're saying is address all old encumbrances, and if you need help with that, you can contact your local jurist. If you don't like COJO, you can go to somebody else listed on the website, arnagovernment.org, and that's okay. Right? Just take too long to respond. It's okay. We have other people too. So, what is this? As a Ninth Pole ASIC Club, what kind of that's
Oh, you asking for? Well, I need your birthday, but I don't know.
He's getting closer. He's getting closer though to the question. He's getting really close.
Yeah, you got close. I just need your birthday. I'm not one of those cosmologists. Like, I don't got no spirit ball. I don't got no crystal.
Oh, you ain't got no levitating ball somewhere floating around.
Telepathically reading the minds before they set the pad in there.
Right.
We got to get you one though. We got to get you a magic ball. It would be like for prompts. So just set up on your table, have it, take a picture with it.
Man, they're gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy.
Okay. 12/17 is the day.
12/17, 80. So we have 40. Oh, happy belated birthday, brother, because your birthday just passed. All right.
Belated birthday guy.
And so that means you're right at 43. So I'll just do your crown card. So that'll be simple. I ain't giving off to. So you got a 10 of diamonds crown card. And a 7 of clubs. The unite polarity. So what are some of your skills? Are you do you travel? I don't know your whole birth chart, but based off your sun, since the sun makes the most sound, do you do any type of traveling or education? Are you a teacher? Do you teach music? Do you plan on teaching music this year or cosmology too? Because that's 7 close energy. It's supported by 7 close. So anything you could do to write is you're a traveler. Okay, so do you do travel journaling? Do you journal your travels and share it online like blogging?
You a trucker, bro. You should be documenting where you going. YouTube it. You know what I mean? Like, I know you drive trucks.
All right, YouTubing, TikToking, Instagramming, all of that. Literally. So you got the 10 of diamonds. On the dysfunctional side, the other thing you gotta watch out for is being destructive with money, negative thoughts, and triangular relationships. So if you dealing with multiple people and you got somebody who's selfish with money and now there's a lot of destructiveness and negative attitudes and slander. Like, man, you don't want that part. You want the creative part.
Right. So hopefully that answers your question, God. I know you like what, but I'm looking for the meat and potatoes.
Huh?
You know where to go.
Go to Woke Aid.
Right.
That fund.
That's right.
Okay, so I want the same question. What year am I in? August 30th, 1992.
Wait. Hold on. We gotta make sure that. Damn, hold on. So before we get to you, we'll get to Ogun, because he did.
Oh, I gotta take turns. Okay, my apologies. I'll wait. But I called in. See, I called in, so I feel like I get priority. Everybody else can call in.
This is true. You did call in.
She invoked your VIP status. Like, all day. I'm at the booth. Like, wait a minute.
Okay.
Models over here first.
So they want to get their reading. I got to call in. Make sure they not no bot. So this point, I'm just playing. I'll be quiet.
Oh, you good? We're gonna get to you just right after Ogun. So
okay.
It's December 9th. Oh, he asked
what
what
would
would
a
a
9
club
club match born on May 14th, and his birthday is December 9th.
His birthday is December 9th. And he's a 9 of clubs. That's his birthday. That's what he said.
Yeah.
All right, 9 of clubs.
And May 14th, do the math. Boom. It's a diamond, right, or something of that nature, right?
It should be like a diamond.
I
I should be able to do the math off my head, but
think it's a 5 of diamonds. No, it's 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds.
4 diamonds.
So 4 diamonds to a 9 of clubs.
Oh no, you had it. It was May 14th, right?
Yeah.
No, you had it right the first time. 5 of diamonds.
Okay. I'm tripping with my math.
You was right there though. You had it right the first time. 5 of diamonds.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So 5 of diamonds and 9 of clubs. As of right,
well,
you know what I'm about to say, but I'll let you say it.
Well, is it a connection?
No.
Yeah, there's no connection. I was making sure. I was like, there's no connection. There's no your birth card.
Yeah, just based off your birth card, you know.
Yeah, just based off your birth card is no connection.
No connection. But you know, I know you like Kojo.
What about their past lives? What about their past lives connections?
Past lives. So I'm assuming you're talking about the cosmic spread. Because usually I know a lot of cardologists, they say past lives and
Mhm.
There's no, but there's no.
Let's put that disclaimer. Cosmic spread.
It's cosmic spread, not the past lives, y'all.
Okay. Okay.
Well, they gotta. So in the cosmic spread, they do gotta. He's from his perspective. That person is their Pluto result. So the 9 of clubs. I mean, the 5 of diamonds is their Pluto result. Or let me just say Pluto transformation card. So that's either that person's going to bring transformation in the sense of business changes, a lot of creativity with your finances, and innovation with ideas and assets. Or they cause destruction, where it's money always going out, always spending money. You don't buy me stuff. And they cause what's the phrase I'm looking for? Like restless business decisions. Like that's very, very sudden and unexpected. So if you go into business with that person and they someone who kind of like a Kanye West, don't really get me wrong. I agree with a lot of things Kanye West, be saying, but he be coming to a lot of sudden disputes. so they like that energy, then yeah, they'll cause destruction in your environment.
Mm-hmm. He done gave you a whole jam, man. Hey, go book a consultation with the guy, man.
Yeah. But trust me, it's more to. I gave you gym, but the stuff I developed now, that's not the meat and potatoes.
Y'all know where to go. Y'all know where to go. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. I know you threw up that emoji. But you can watch the video again. So we got Sister Nick said, "Do my New Year, please."
Yeah. 91.
Let me post my question in the chat real quick. Hold on.
Oh wait, we're supposed to do that.
It's okay. I'm being patient.
No. I know when that happens.
Let me post my question in the chat. Let me get in line.
No. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Yeah, you
can. Yeah, I was basically asking the same question the brother asked. Like, what year am I in? But y'all told me to get in line.
No. You in line.
Oh, so what was the year again? That's what I needed. I was about to put it in.
August 30th, 1992.
1992. See that chart. Map plate 31.
Mm-hmm.
Then you a 9 of hearts. What else? Right. So you got the crown card. You got a King of Hearts. The supporter of 2 of Spades. So the King of Hearts is like face value of the King of Hearts is like mastering your emotions and your environment. It's also a card that's kind of like authority and like the family leader, it's the husband card too as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do need a husband, so
I was about to say. So if you was potentially like looking for a husband this year, this would be a great year to look for it. With the 2 of Spades there too. It'd be like the
friendship card.
Intimate partnership, yeah. On the other side of it, if you listen to Future, you're gonna get somebody toxic. Because that's his card. Literally, that's Future's card. King of Hearts. So if you somebody who don't learn to master their emotions, you're gonna mask it with drugs.
Wow.
That's what the cards do. They mask their emotions with drugs.
Drugs are some type of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, some type of escape, like an escape route. This year, this year you. If the only thing you want to make sure is the communication is quite creative, innovative, and clear. Because what you don't want is miscommunication, especially when you was looking at like you don't want to be a lead on. Like if you were looking for a course here, like all intents from both sides of the parties had to be clear. The environment called for the King of Hearts is the 5 of clubs. So that could result in a lot of confusion in communications. That's a book of the year. Yeah. Did that?
Okay, thank you. You got some more? I mean, did I get?
Oh, now we can't get the
I'm not gonna be greedy. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time and wisdom, expertise. I'm staying on live, but I'll be, in the background a little bit. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
That's funny. Okay, so wait. Oh, wait. Where did I lose it? Okay. Yeah. 12/25.
10/25. And happy belated birthday to you too, sister.
Yes, happy belated birthday.
Oh yeah, also Ogun. His birthday was too, December 9th. Happy birthday, guy.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to you.
Happy
December, December people up in this joint.
Let me make a mental note.
See, she said, okay, so we had 32. Let's see, 12/25. She should be a 6 of hearts, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so and for your year, you have your crown card is 9 of spades.
Ooh.
And support cards are King Club. So 9 of spades, that's you need to be completing your work. Literally, it's a universal completion card.
You need to be working. You need to be working and finishing.
Yeah, working and finishing, grinding, excelling at your study. See, you got the King of Clubs support card. So they're telling me, are you an Aboriginal University student who's been on a self-paced course who still haven't finished yet? Because you need to go ahead and finish those courses.
Or if you have finished, you really need to be using it.
Yeah.
Master it.
Yes. As far as dysfunctions throughout the year, one thing you need to watch out for is like making sure there's no like past relationship or ex or something that's trying to injure you, or some type of ending coming to the ex. Or something.
Those things can sneak up.
Yeah, those things sneak up. So making sure that you around the right people and no ex or past relationship with the person comes back to cause financial loss or anything of that nature.
Yeah. So since we have hearts on the line, I'm gonna make this speech really quick. Be mindful of who is in your pool. This is all Mr. Yogi is reiterating. Be mindful of who is in your pool, because you can have somebody in the deep end of your pool that you probably have not seen or noticed because you're too busy having fun in the shallow end or whatever the case is, right? Or you catering to somebody else and you forget you ain't got your lifeguard on duty, watching the pool, and somebody is literally polluting your pool right before your eyes. So always monitor your pool and know who's in it. Everybody can play in your pool.
And then you drop the mic. No, look, you gotta make sure you got a seasonal pass. I gotta check you before you even get in the pool. Okay.
Facts.
I'm serious. Because people like being around horse. They're like, it's just your energy just feel nice. Your pool is nice. It look clean. Let me go ahead and dip my dirty toe in. And I'm like, Not really.
Taking a bath in the pool. Mhm.
There's a shower right over there that you need to go first. You know.
Right.
So that's it. That's all I just want to reiterate. So I think that was good. Let me see. She said, "Peace to the tribe. What's the energy looking like for man? Got the clubs. Lord have mercy."
Also, is he asking like in a sense of the relationship between them? Like
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Because it didn't say like the year, but energy looking like for.
Okay.
I mean, that's a mutual Saturn.
Yeah, he said Ace of Spades, right? Jack of Clubs, Ace of Spades.
Yeah, that's
That's mutual Saturn. So that's
a structure.
yeah.
Sure.
Mutual respect. You know what I mean?
Teacher student like relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on which one's providing the wisdom, that's like that type of relationship too, like the guidance. Person could provide guidance and things of that nature.
Literally.
Man, the Taskmaster.
Speaking of a Jack of Clubs, man, this man was on fire yesterday. Cat Williams. This man is a Jack of Clubs.
He's a character. He is.
Lighten up the internet. Lord have
Internet.
Cat Williams, man. He is. Whew.
that Jack of Clubs.
What year is Cat Williams in right now? Do you know his date of birth?
I did look at his. Wait, he's not Jack of Clubs.
He's got a Jack of Clubs. He's got.
I didn't do all three. Excuse me, I didn't do all three. That's me.
Yeah, he's got a 7 of spades.
Yeah.
I think his first one is the diamond. I can't remember. The 9 of diamonds.
Yeah, it's a 9 of
clubs.
Yep.
And 7 of spades.
Yep. And he was he 52.
Mm-hmm.
He had that. Man, what he had? I was just on the chart. I was doing the reading for him. I was like, but his brother crazy. He got Kojo card for his crown card. Queen of Hearts. I said, this brother lighting these people up, man. Like.
Oh man, that's funny. You know what? I'm thinking about just like going to see one of his shows. Actually, like
see one of his shows.
Yeah.
Well, March 15th, 2024, he'll be in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So you are definitely invited. Okay. Like I'm running the show, but I'm just saying. He will be in Oklahoma March 15th.
That's right.
So we got Cat Williams assistant on here. Got his manager on here.
I
better look. That brother, he was definitely, and not only that, no cards indicated that he was actually telling a lie. That's the biggest part of it. It was like, and you could just read the energy. Like you really even have to go into the card. I read the energy. I said, damn, I really don't got no Cedric the Entertainment jokes. Like, I don't remember. Damn, I don't remember Steve Harvey. I don't even know any.
I don't even remember them having a special.
Yeah, they don't
remember what. I've never seen it.
Yeah, so
I remember the Steve Harvey show, and I remember the Cedric the Entertainer show. And
yeah, that's it. The shows, but it was like they ain't got no real. So that brother's definitely.
No, he tapped in. He fully
right.
And I respect that. So let me see. So hopefully that answers that question. Mutual Saturn. If you want to know more, hold on. Let me go ahead and do this one more time. Share this tab. You see the screen right here? Let me zoom out. You see it?
Wokeaid.fund.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So let me go back. Oh wait, I didn't even show it. All right, here it is. Right here. Right there.
There's a reason I wrote it like that too, with a capital A.
I know, it reminded me of Kool-Aid when I first seen it. I was like Kool-Aid, but it says Wokeaid.
It's crazy. She read in my mind because I was gonna make a juice, a brand juice called Walkie. I was like, bro, I can make this a brand juice too. I could just take my,
that's fire. Please do.
y'all can make it. I was asking all type of doctors. I'm like, hey, who got the secret ingredient in the Kool-Aid? Who got the vegan version? So I could go
Oh
ahead.
man, we got the wobbling in Region 6, bro. We got the
Oh.
wobbling, bro.
I'll be up there for the 2024 powwow.
Halloween, okay.
Literally, that must be hidden. Like,
Good.
I know I think I've tasted it before. Like it had like a little ginger in it. I forgot what else it had in there, but I remember the ginger. It was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, you go. Okay.
be hidden. I'm telling you.
Okay, Minister Kojo.
Okay, well, let's make sure we get other people acknowledged up in here. You welcome. Peace. I'm glad this was helpful. Yo, what up, Gene? What up? Peace. It's been a while since I heard you. Natalie. Well, hold on. You done hit me with the backwards one. 11/29/92. Okay, 4 hearts in a relationship with a king. A king what? Well, let me go ahead and figure it out.
July 28th, 1995.
Let me see. July 28th. I think that's like what a heart, right? Oh, a king of hearts, right? Yeah, a king of
It
hearts.
should be with the hearts.
It's a king of hearts. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a king of hearts.
What you said, July 28th?
Yeah. King of
Yo,
hearts.
you right on the spot. King of Hearts.
So, king of hearts and then 4 hearts.
Then 4 hearts. If she has something about the relationship, that should be like the only
I
there's
mean,
no connection. It's a vertical. I gotta do case studies on it, but it's only a vertical, like a support card Jupiter connection.
yeah. But that, again, that's just your birth card. We don't know this.
Right, that's just the birth card. I don't know the other cards.
Because like what? That's a that's a can. Is that a Cancer or Leo? Can't remember.
For the July 28th, that will be Leo because it's already passed to it.
So that would be a double.
That'd be double King of Hearts, and then
another King of Hearts plus 8 spaces to the left.
the 4 spades.
Oh Lord have mercy.
I guess let me go with her. So she's November 29th. So what's that? That's Sagittarius, right?
Yeah.
That's Sagittarius. That's 3, 4. Okay, see, I got a.
That's a mutual, right?
Yeah, that's a mutual between the character and the birth card. So that's a. And that person's key card. So you got a mutual Mars and a Jupiter.
Okay. Y'all be careful with them arguments.
Right. Literally.
Make sure y'all are watchful of that. But do actions together,
Yep.
specific actions that go to a specific goal. And then, have nice relations with each other, make
Be decisive on your traveling plans.
that too.
Because it's a 7 of spades and a 3 of clubs in between it. So
Yep.
everything y'all do, y'all gotta be decisive about it.
Literally. So hopefully that was helpful. If you want to know more, you already know where you need to go. Let's see what else, y'all. Y'all ain't got questions? Hey, we had the 2-hour mark. So, if y'all don't want to talk about money, relationships, I'm gonna throw a poll out there. Just curious. Thanks, brother. It was okay. Cool. You're welcome. I want to poll y'all. New nationals, non-nationals, and old nationals. How is business going? Are you utilizing your business that you got as a national? If not, why? And if so, what are you doing that's working? I'm just curious. I'm just asking those questions because I'm trying to gauge to make a better orientation program. So that we're utilizing the tools in front of us, you know what I mean? So if y'all ain't got nothing to that question, y'all can send an email, have a consultation, whatever the case is. But I definitely want to know. So that is, I'm gonna ask this. Let me take this off screen real quick, guys. I'm gonna ask it face to face. I'm gonna look at the camera. How is business going? What are you doing that is working? What are you trying to accomplish? Or maybe you don't know how to go about utilizing your business. Let us know, because we can definitely give you clarity. The idea is just clarity because it's tax exempt. Like, y'all should be having business credit. I know I'm shouting, but it's just like, man, I just get so frustrated because y'all not using it.
Okay, so for the first step with Indigenous business, we need to open Indigenous business bank account. Is that where you're saying, like, have you opened that bank account? Have you used that to build revenue for your business and then open a business credit line as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is the stuff that, we talk about in class. We mentioned it in class before. It's just, I don't know if it's the fear. I know some people get frustrated with the bankers because they don't know what they're doing. And it's true. I literally have witnessed bankers not know what they're doing. They're like, yeah, you can't account with this account. Why? It's not registered with the state. And we don't recognize it. You don't recognize a sole proprietorship document or unincorporated association? Nope. Well, you know what to do. You just go to a different bank because you're not about to deal with ignorance. Like, so whoever won't, somebody will. Even if you have to go to a different state. I've done that before. So that's what I'm telling you. And this was like at the early stages. I was living in New York. New York Bank of America was tripping. So I went to New Jersey. Opened up the
I know that's right. Determination.
That's it, y'all. So
and what's the benefits of opening your Indigenous business bank account? What is the benefits or the protections that come with that?
It can't be leaned, it can't be garnished. That's really the main important things that comes with that account. And I know a lot of people are comfortable using their personal account because everything is just funneled through it. But imagine somebody tries to sue you or somebody's trying to put you on child support and they start garnishing your check, money from your account, or you get sued and you get a judgment. They're gonna lien your personal account so quickly, but they can't lien your business account.
Okay.
You can't be taxed. So you get a letter from the IRS saying you owe us money. What contract? Under what contract was I under for the IRS? This auditing service that you did not provide to me, that I didn't sign up for. That's important. So those are the main things. So yeah.
So when you open an Indigenous business account and you have children, will they have their own Indigenous business account as well, or they can be added to your account?
You can add them. You can add them to your account, and eventually you want to get them their own account, right? So that way they have something that's in there, building over time, being used, deployed, saved up for them, and they're building lines of credit for them for their future account that they're going to use when they're 18, 17. Okay. They can go buy a property and have no issue because they have the business line of credit already built and established because of your work that you did for them. So you've seen it before. Parents have used their children's social security number to jack up their credit. I know people literally who have done that, and it's messed up that child.
Yeah.
Or not, I mean, not say for life, but it just gave them a rough start because they're like, oh, I'm denied? Why? Because your credit score is -20.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's some people. They
can't a number like that, but
no, but I mean, like, they can't even get an apartment. Like, if they wanted to get an apartment, they couldn't because their credit score is piss poor. And apartment complexes are looking at your credit history.
Yes, they are.
So, and they're not even, it's not like somebody that's at a computer. It's somebody that's telling the AI system to do, and then the AI will see whatever it is and say no, denied. That's it.
Mhm.
Right.
But Minister Yo, you was gonna add something, or I think you were.
Oh, I was gonna. Well, it was a question statement because I seen something. I was like, it looked like a couple of banks' technology was catching up where you can apply for the indigenous business online and mail in the papers. I'm not sure. It was. That's why I say it's like a question in a way. Like, have you came upon that yet? That somebody did that and it was a successful attempt.
Yeah, so there's some banks that allow you to do it online and mail it in. I know one of the banks that comes to my mind that again they're very sketchy is Bank of America.
Right. Right.
They allow you to do that, but here's the thing, right? And
Right.
I think there's one more too. And Navy Federal Union, Credit Union. They're also
Okay.
you don't even go into the branch. You do everything online. So yeah, I've seen that one be successful. But as far as like the Bank of America, they're very like kind of weird. They're like, denied. I've seen it denied and I've seen it approved. But always, if you can't go in person, so that way they have all the documents.
Right.
They can ask their questions. They can call whoever they need to call, and it's all
Mhm.
it's all good.
He ain't one of those. He ain't one of those. Oh, UPS, USPS lost your documents, so we ain't,
Yeah.
Nah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Security, got you.
And when you open the Indigenous business account, are you able to transfer money from your old account to that account? Is that easy to do, or do you need to withdraw and then deposit it?
Yeah, so usually you need to have like cash on hand so that you can deposit that, right? But once you
Mhm.
have the account established, you can connect your old personal account as far as like accounts to transfer. It's no different from like transferring from an external account
Oh,
to
okay. Okay.
that's the same thing.
And what's the whole thing about having bank accounts offshore, like not even having money in the United States? Is that any benefit when it comes to Indigenous businesses or something with ARNA? How people kind of like they put their money in other countries, or so to speak.
Yeah. So there's banks that are international that you
Mhm.
want to have like access to or connect to because they are able to allow you to have money in different countries if you needed to like utilize it for some odd reason or whatever the case is. So it's not a bad thing to have in case you are wanting to do business in the Caribbeans or Africa or South America or whatever the case is that you want to do business at. You have a bank like I think the bank is like HBSC or something like that. That's one of the banks, and there's a few others that are international. That it doesn't hurt because that's another way that you can establish some form of residency for your business or show proof that you actually are doing business there and stuff like that. So it doesn't hurt. But at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about trying to hide your money because again, you're not having to report anything, right?
Oh, okay.
So
Unless
that's
you equalizer, you're on your Assassin Creed type, you gotta just put it up. Just
right,
saying.
right, really. So that's something that you could do, but there's nothing for you to hide. Like that's because you don't have to report. Who are you reporting to? Like there's the only thing that the banks are going to do, they're just going to report because they obviously are reporting. But
Okay.
there's nothing for them to say, oh, this person is doing illegal holding of money. Unless you're doing some crazy activity, the banks have the right to shut down your account. And sometimes it'd be for no reason. They'd be like, you know what? We just don't like how $10,000 just came into your account out of nowhere. Close the account. Because sometimes they deal with wire fraud and they have to reverse the transaction and that's money that they lose, right? So,
PayPal did me like that.
Yep. Which reminds me, Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Which reminds me, let me go here.
Uh-oh.
So I know people are like, oh well, we should do our own bank. We're right. You're right. We are absolutely going to do that. And
Oh, that was my next question.
so we have a survey. You can go ahead and fill it out if you're interested in. All we have to do at this point is just submit the application to start that process, and wait to hear the approval of that, and then we can see what we do from there. And then we can bring on staff, we can hire people, get systems in place. It's going to take a lot of work, but this is the stepping stone to do what we need to do. And again, this is going to allow us to have different instrumentalities to provide services to our people, whether it's loans, mortgages, business credit, personal credit, bank accounts, like business or personal, and all this other stuff when you actually have a credit union. So, and it can be profitable. But again, it's going to take teams to do this, right? So if you're interested, fill out the survey.
And when we fill out the survey, like what is the goal amount of people that need to, I would say, fill out the survey, and actually is there a minimum amount of money that people need to deposit to open the credit union?
That's where we, like, once we actually have the team established, that's running the federal union, we're gonna lay all that out. So
okay.
Okay,
well, that's all my questions for this evening. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll see you guys soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Peace. Thank y'all. Okay. Wait. Still driving truck, trying to hire a bid writer. Contracts. Okay. Yeah, you definitely. If I remember correctly, you have a club on you, so you should be writing of some sort. What was this birthday? It was 12. Make sure.
They should be up.
December 9th. Yeah, December 9th.
December 9th.
I'm pretty sure there's a club somewhere.
These are none of the clubs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Nine of Clubs, King of Diamonds, King of Hearts.
Yep.
Yeah.
He need a group. He need or someone who's probably like a 10 of clubs type of card, like birth card, 10 of clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And just make sure they because they 10 of clubs, they probably eating crazy. So make sure they take in even at least taking the magnesium full spectrum, all 8 forms, as well as proper zinc supplements. As well as you could go to Minister Kojo's website. They bring out their website to make sure their health is right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me get that going. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I'm sorry. I ain't ready. G-Wave. Your health a priority.
Yes.
All right.
And so they need to go to their website and it's sure to, get a consultation that we can see where their health at. Because think about, like I said, people gonna make their choices, bro. So I'm telling you, they should be attending clubs. But if they're making bad health choices, then it's like they probably gonna be destructive with their writing. They have some misspellings and crazy stuff like that. So now it doesn't go the way it should go.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. My thing tripping. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they trying to freeze you out. I still hear you, though.
You can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I still hear you.
Hold on. They got me. They got me.
Yeah.
They got me. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. But you keep going, guys. I'm listening. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I'll just ensuring the brother like ancestors. You got that 10 of spades because it's a mutual Venus between you and that 10 of clubs. But you also got that 10 of spades that acts as a Mercury, that mutual Mercury too in between. So you gotta you just want to make sure like all the workload ain't on him. Maybe just having a proper group, if anything. I mean, I don't know exactly how bid writers work. I'm just giving you my perspective of cosmology, how it operated with those two energies.
Yeah, that's important. That's very important. So hopefully that was helpful. Again, I know you're like, man, why y'all doing teasing? I don't know. It's important because this is all part of just getting a little bit of understanding and knowing that we're like there's things that you need to know and you need more insight. So you need to request a consultation or get some guidance from the chief minister Yogi to get insight on where you need to go with your business. And I know some of y'all like, I've already done that. And then I'm looking at you like, then how are you still confused? I'm sure there were some action items. I know some of y'all be like, but Kojo, you'd be doing the same thing too. You'd be like pools, oxygen tanks, and then you throw specifics. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to tell you some fundamental stuff, and then I give you applications of how you actually go do it. Like,
right.
So, yeah, I mean, listen, the God is that. Let me go ahead and do this again. Where's my favorite website? Okay. Right here. Get your clarity right here. Get your clarity right here. How you go scroll down. You put more information here.
Yep.
Here, you go to shop. Scroll down. Right here. Clarity. Get your clarity right here. So, I know that was a lot, y'all. I know y'all like, Coach Yogi, why aren't y'all doing what, we, hold on. I know y'all be like, Coach, I'm crazy. I try to keep it fun, man. I try to keep it fun, y'all. I really do. But I know in the Gregorian calendar is 2024, but we cannot be out here not knowing what we need to be doing.
Right.
Aboriginal year hasn't, happened yet. It's getting ready to happen. But for those, 2024, blah, 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 right? So why am I bringing that up as a final note? You cannot be bringing in that old energy into the new year. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to be dragging gunk, mud. You're going to be stinking. And we're going to be looking at you like,
Nasty bitch.
Gonna be looking at you like nasty. Like, come on. Like, you still bringing in that old crap? Where's the new stuff? Where's the new energy? You like really take pride in like who you are, and knowing and understanding yourself, because that's like a really important relationship. I know we talked about this in the Book of You, and it's like really my favorite subject to do. But it's like really important to just really get a better understanding of yourself. And so I won't say too much other than understanding your relationship with yourself and other people, understanding your energies, your cards. These are what's gonna make or break your business relationships, your financial relationships, your personal relationships, even your intimate relationships. These are the most important things. And I know some of those, you can't control. Like, you can't control who you were born into, and as far as like the family you were born into, right? But what you do after that matters. So I'm gonna leave it on that note, guys. Any notes on that?
Ooh. I mean, as I end it right there. That's perfect. Like, what you do after, that's all your choices.
That's all your choices. But I bet you believe you're gonna come to Yogi or the She-Wave Clinic, you be like, man, I got a health issue.
Right.
And
Right.
we go ask who you been around. You know, what's your relationship like? What's your relationship with you like? We already gonna know. And then we already know what organs or bodily functions is happening.
Right.
So last question, and we're gonna close out class because it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes. Can Jurist and Arna register business outside of North America? Sorry, I don't know if this question was asked before. You can have so the businesses that we do in Arna are international and on a quote unquote what I would say a North America domestic level. So if you already have a business from us, you'll see it in your business articles that it is both domestic and international. So you can do business outside of North America with that business entity. You just have to obviously be in compliance with whatever country you're about to do business in, with and whatever their rules and regulations are. So we register the business, and you can do what you need to do in different countries. You just have to make sure that you're just complying with their rules, because every country has its own jurisdiction, and each jurisdiction has its own set of rules or set of laws. Juris meaning to speak, juris meaning law, diction meaning to speak. So jurisdiction is to communicate and speak law, right? So that's what you need to understand. So to answer your question in a 2-minute way, we do that, and it says it in your articles. So hopefully that answers that question, Natalie. If not, you know where you need to go: shabazassociates.com or hawabdfw.org. The brother said toxicity. Woo, wee. Toxicity. Brother, you look at the screen. Walkaid fun. Walkaid.fun. Listen, you're gonna get clarity because I've seen it. I've seen what toxicity does to people when they're in a toxic relationship to people. It is devastating. Their health deteriorates quickly. Yeah, I mean, we've already hammered that point home. So I know y'all like, we done, Kojo, Minister Yogi, we done. And we just okay, no problem. All right, y'all. Mr. Yogi, you got anything to add, God, before we close it out?
Man, no, we killed it. I'll just say, for that toxicity, you replace that O with an A, they taxing you. Taxing your energy. That's taxity. One letter away from taxing you out.
Right. Literally, that's what's happening. They just sucking you dry. Literally. Succubus. So on that note, family, we appreciate y'all's attention. We appreciate y'all's participation as always in class. Hopefully you found this useful, helpful. Again, we do this bi-weekly just because we understand everybody's schedule and things of that nature. But the idea is to make these as helpful and useful as possible. And again, we'll probably make a topic on just being a graduate from Aboriginal University and what you do, because I think that's important, because I know some of y'all are like, I graduated, but like, now what? I'm like, I don't know about you, but I got started immediately. Because I was like, oh, I wanna see and solve people's issues. And yeah, I want to get paid on the back end too. Right. So that's something that I think that we probably need to discuss. So I'll probably make that like partial of a class, and then we'll come up with another topic with like health or something, because I think all these things are important. So but on that note, family, we appreciate y'all, we love y'all, and we'll see y'all in class 2 weeks from now, maybe next week, but 2 weeks for sure. All right, family, peace.